Hey everybody, it's Billy from Spicy Ginger Soap, and I want to do some pretty spring colors. We're going to make some regular shimmer shadows with some micas, and might use some matte colors, but I'll probably, if I do use matte colors, I'll be mixing them with shimmers. I do have a matte video on how to make matte shadows. If you're interested in that, go ahead and check that out. I find that there's really not, and maybe I just haven't found them, but I just feel like there's not that many videos on how to make shadows properly. I had a really hard time finding good information on making matte shadows. I finally did, and thank goodness I was able to make some, and now I feel like I've got it to a point where I could really just go ahead and make whatever color I want because I have the base down pat. Shimmer shadows are way easier to make, and probably you could play with the base a lot more than you can with the matte shadows. You really got to stick to very specific things for the matte shadows. Anyways, enough about that. Let's go ahead and make some nice spring color eyeshadows. I'm using a couple different bases based on if it's a light or a dark color. So, and I will include that in the description, the like basic recipes for the bases that I'm using. You could also use my mix Press It base from TKB. And I'm going to read off the ingredients in this just so you guys know. So the ingredients are, let's see, Serecite mica, calcium carbonate, zinc stearate, kaolin clay, silicon dioxide, allantoin, and carnauba wax. So I have most of those things. I don't have the calcium carbonate and silicon dioxide. I don't have that either. And no carnauba wax. Carnauba wax helps with the pressing, obviously, and keeping things together. I also have my mix Press It binder liquid, and this has, let's see, isopropyl myristate, bisvinyl, dimethicone, copolymer, dimethicone. So dimethicone is one of the main ingredients. All right, so let's get started. I think I'm going to mix a couple of colors and do some fun stuff. We're just going to kind of play. So for the first one, I'm going to do a fairly light shadow. So for a light shadow, you're going to use, and what I'm doing to mix them is I have these little baggies, and I'm going to put my ingredients in the baggie. I'm going to mix it up in here, and then I will mix it in another little thing with the liquid. Actually, I can just put it straight in the pan after that. That's what we'll do. So I'll show you how to do that. It's very, very easy. For my light eyeshadow base, hold on. Okay, so I want to make something kind of like mermaid type color. So I'm going to use mint green julep mica. Sorry, there we go. It's kind of a nice turquoise green. I'm going to use turquoise teal mica from Crafter's Choice, and some shimmer gold mica from Crafter's Choice. So before we put the color in, we'll start with our base. I'm going to use Bismuth Oxychloride, Boron Nitride, and rose talc. And here's how we're going to do it. We're going to use I'm going to do Smidgens. I'm going to do 5 smidgens of the rose talc. So you could also put some tapioca starch in with the talc. And then I'm going to use 1 part Serecite or Bismuth Oxychloride. You could use the Serecite mica instead of this, instead of the bismuth. Some people don't like using the bismuth. Okay, which it adds like a sheen. It's got, obviously, I don't know if you can tell, but it's got pearl to it. And then I'm gonna do, you could do either kaolin clay. I don't like the kaolin clay because I have dry skin, so that's why I'm using the boron nitride instead. But you could absolutely use kaolin clay for this part. I'm gonna use 1 drop of it, of the boron nitride. And I'm using like a heaping drop of it, as you can see. And let's see. I could probably use a little bit more than that. But yeah, you know what? I'm going to use, let's see. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a little bit of tapioca. I'm going to put 2 smidgens of the tapioca starch in there. There we go. Use 2 smidgens of that. Alright, so you've got your base in there. Now I'm going to use, you would use about 1 to 2 smidgens of color in this one. So I'm going to do 2. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do 1 smidgen of the mint julep. And then I'll do 2, like a drop each. I think that would be, yeah, that'll be about. I'll do like heaping drops of each of these, the shimmer gold and the turquoise teal. I should have done the teal first, but it's okay. All right, so that's what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna see how that looks. I haven't made this before. I'm just kind of playing. That's what we're doing. We're playing, mixing, creating. That's the whole fun of being able to make your own eyeshadows, is the fact that you can just kind of like play around and see what works, see what you like. I just kind of like flick the bag. And then I mash it around. And I make sure it's very well incorporated. That's the difference between doing the matte shadows and the micas. They mix a lot easier. You don't have to grind them. In fact, you don't want to grind them because it can ruin the mica if you grind it. You can grind it a little, like if you're mixing the matte pigments with mica. If you wanted to do that, you would add the mica at the very end. And just grind it a little bit. Okay, let's see what this looks like. It's like a really, really nice light bluish green, but I do want it actually to be a little darker than this. So what we'll do is we'll add some more of the turquoise teal. I'm going to add another drop. As you can see, it's getting a little bit darker. And I may add a little bit more gold, I think. We'll see how it looks and then we'll decide. All right, let's see. I think that would be a pretty color, but it's a little lighter than I was thinking I wanted it still. So well, you know what? This will be a really pretty, like shimmery. No, let's do a little more color. All right, let's do this. Let's add another drop of each, both the mint julep and the turquoise teal. I'm going to mix it up and then I'll bring you back. Okay. All right, now it's a nice, this is good. I like this color. I think this is really pretty, very springy, and I'm going to show you. There it is. Very pretty. All right, so all we do now is we get a pan. Couple drops of alcohol in the pan. Two drops of the My Mix Press It binder from TKB. Use your little whatever tool you want to use, kind of like mix it around a little. And then I just start scooping it into my pan. Oops, look at that. Bunch of product I just spilled all over. And then I mix everything together. And you just continue scooping your product into your pan. Being careful not to make a mess. And adding a little bit of alcohol here and there to basically just get everything combined together, and it helps to keep it in the pan. So I'm going to continue doing this. Well, I'll show you the whole procedure for this one, and then the other ones I won't bore you with the entire thing. All right, so I'm just going to keep on and you would really be surprised of how much one of these pans can hold, because as you compact everything down, you know, as you press it down, they hold a lot of powder. So it takes a lot of product to fill a pan. All right, and here we go. This is starting to look really good. I love this color. So pretty. Now, I know it's not something you'd wear every day, but it's fun as an accent color. Special occasion, you know. They do so many pretty things with makeup now that this could be really pretty with the right look, you know. My daughter has a friend who likes to really like do her eye makeup real dramatic with different colors, real pretty. So this is something that I may give like to my daughter's friend. That's what I was thinking, because I don't really wear, I'm almost 40 years old, so I don't wear fun colors and stuff like this anymore. I used to every once in a while wear like greens or purples on my eyes, but I don't really do that anymore, so I'll leave that to the young people with beautiful eyes and eyelashes and all that good stuff. All right, so basically I would say this pan is nice and full. And I would say perfect consistency also. It's not too wet, not too dry. And all I am going to do now, is just tap it down on the countertop to get it nice and even, get any air bubbles out. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that was funny. Okay, so no harm done, except it's all over the place. But there we go. My my eyeshadow is nice and evenly distributed now. Now I'll just let it dry out a little bit and then I'll press it. So we'll put that one aside. And we'll go on to the next. I'm going to clean this up and I'll be back. Okay, now I want to do a really, really deep, like electric purple, like a electric blue purple. And I've never used lakes before in eyeshadows, but they are safe for eyes. So I want to try that. So we're going to do like purple and blue together, and we're going to see how that goes. Like I said, I haven't done it before, and I'm not sure how that's going to go, but I am excited to try it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do one part rose talc, and this is a base for a deep eyeshadow. So obviously you don't have as many base ingredients with a deep eyeshadow because you want it to be more pigmented. So 1 part of the rose talc, 1 part bismuth oxychloride. You could use Serecite mica in place of this if you wanted to. And then you can do like 5 to 6 parts color. Oh, what's the other thing? Zinc. Hold on. Where's my zinc oxide? For that one, you just do, so basically it's 1 part talc, 1 part bismuth or Serecite, and then 1/2 part zinc oxide. So I'm going to use a drop of the, I have the zinc oxide high micron, which has more coverage, okay, than the low micron. And then we're going to do 6 parts color. So what I'm going to do is, I think, I'm trying to decide, but I think we could do like 3 of each. Let's do 2 of each and see what that looks like. And then I'll decide if I want to put like 2 of one in there. Because this blue is very, I mean, if you guys have used lakes before, they are serious business. So we might want like 2 parts of the lake and like 4 parts of the purple. We'll see. All right, so there we've got that in there. I have a feeling I'll probably do the purple, because that blue is going to be highly, highly pigmented, which is exactly what I want. And you want to make sure when you're mixing this that you really, really incorporate all those base ingredients really well. And that's why I kind of like rub them together to basically just to really grind everything together so it's all mixed. And it gets stuck in the little corners sometimes. think that's probably pretty well incorporated. Let's take a look at it. Ooh, wow, look. Okay, so that's awesome. I am going to use the last parts of purple though, because I want, you know, more shimmer and a little more purple to that. And the blue is very, very well, it's really dark in there right now, so that's perfect. We'll do the last 2 scoops of our purple. And this is Galaxy Purple from Crafter's Choice. And that blue is just Blue Lake from Crafter's Choice. Both of these are. All right. I spilt this one time. Oh my gosh. So whenever I'm done using them, I try to put the caps on right away because it was literally a disaster. This is, I mean, the opportunity and it's just endless. You could make anything. You know, I don't know, obviously it depends on what color micas you have, but I have so many colors of mica that literally I feel like I could make hundreds of different colors just with what I already have. And it's so fun. This is going to be so pretty. All right, so I'm going to continue to do this. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the pan, and then I'll bring you guys back. So there that is. It's still wet, but look at how deep that color is. This is going to be gorgeous. I can't wait to press this one out and then swatch it real quick. All right, so now let's do a super bright green. I'm going to get everything ready and I'll be right back. All right, for our green, I'm going to use Glitzy Green Neon and Golden Green Mica, both from Micas and More. I'm going to do kind of the same, follow the same guidelines. I'm going to do I'm going to do 2 smidgens of rose talc, 2 smidgens tapioca starch, 1 smidgen of the Zinc Stearate, one Smidgen Bismuth, and then I'm going to do 1 drop of the Boron Nitride. Okay. And then to this, I'm going to add two smidgens of the glitzy green, and 4 of the golden green. Sorry, the golden green. All right, let's mix this up a bit and see what it looks like. See how nice and bright that is? This is going to be a fun color too. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do a couple of eye makeup looks on my daughters and with these and maybe show them. That would be kind of fun. Alright, so that looks good to me. Let's look at it. Isn't that pretty? Alright, let's go ahead and pan this. Same procedure as usual, 2 drops. Oops, that was about 3. It won't hurt anything though. This is gonna be a fun color. Ooh. Wanted to do a really, really bold eye. The electric blue, electric like purple, and this like as a small accent in the corner of the eye would be really pretty. Oops. All right, I'm going to continue to pan this, and then I'll bring you guys back when it's all done. All right, I want to do 2 more. I want to do like a nice, super bright yellow, and then I want to do a really bright purple, like probably like this purple. This is Vivid Violet Neon, and I may put a little bit of the Marvelous Magenta Neon in with it. I want to do a really bright purple. And then for the yellow, I'm going to use Sunflower Yellow Mica, and I think I'm going to mix it with some Yellow Lake. So let's see how that works out. I've got a base for the yellow of, 2 parts talc, which I use 2 smidgens of talc, 1 smidgen tapioca starch, 1 smidgen zinc stearate, 1 smidgen titanium dioxide, 1 smidgen bismuth, and 1 drop of boron nitride. So that's the base for this yellow. And I'm going to use 2 smidgens of the yellow lake. And 3 or 4 of the sunflower yellow from Micas and More. And I know the yellows are a little bit different. We'll see how that works out. I'm going to do 3 smidgens of the sunflower right now, and then we'll see if we need 1 more. And I use the titanium dioxide because I want it to, I just wanted to add like some coverage. Titanium dioxide helps with coverage. My hands are all dyed. My fingers, they've got like all different colors all over the tips from doing this. It's definitely a messy project. If you're gonna, before you start this, make sure you've got magic erasers. Because your countertop, even when you try to be careful, like I try to be careful, I put down napkins and stuff, it still gets on my countertop. Alright, let's see what that looks like. I think I want it to be a little bit... that might be good enough. Look at that. Wow. Let's... I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put 1 more smidgen of each in there. Because I do want the color to be concentrated. I want it to have good coverage. Alright, I'm going to mix that up. I'll bring you back after I've put it in the pan. Alright, I'm going to do 1 more, and I'm going to do this bright, like purpley pink. I'm going to use ripe berry mica and neon, oh gosh, I don't even know. This is like a neon purple. We're going to use these 2. This one's from Crafter's Choice and this one's from Micas and More. My base for this one, I've already got it mixed up. I've got 2 smidgens of rose talc, a smidgen of tapioca, a smidgen of zinc stearate, 2 of bismuth, and a drop of boron nitride. And I'll include all this in the description. So I'm going to add... I'm going to add 2 smidgens of the ripe berry. And I'm going to do 4 of the neon. Oh boy, this is going to get everywhere. It's a little bit harder to get out of these little sample bags. Oh yeah, it's everywhere. Okay. So there we go. Wipe this off a little over here. These little baggies are super cheap. They're bead bags. I don't know how many I got, but I got like probably 100 of them for like $5 or less. I'm not 100, I'm sorry, like 500 of them for less than $5, I think, on Amazon. And they work perfectly for mixing up. You can use these, or you can use little bead containers, and which I like that too. But the nice thing about this is you could just chuck these when you're done, even though that's not good for the environment. So I don't know, for the Micas, this is very, very easy for regular shimmer shadows. For the matte ones, I like to use a little mixing bowl, like a little glass mixing bowl, to mix those up in after you grind them in the coffee grinder. All right, let's see what this looks like. Ooh, yeah, that is gorgeous. So I'm gonna pan this, and then I'm gonna press all of them, and then I'm gonna bring you all back, and I'm gonna show you guys everything that's done. All right, they're all pressed. Here they are. Look how pretty they are. I'm pretty excited about these. So I really should let them, I should really probably let them dry out for 24 hours. But I think I'm just gonna take a quick oh, it's so pretty. This one's actually not as pigmented as I thought it was going to be, so that's going to be more of a light sheer color also. It's very pretty, but I thought it was going to be more opaque. Very pretty, but yeah, different than I thought it was going to be. Let's do the yellow next. You know what, too, if I want them to be real highly pigmented, I probably have to use the base that's meant for deep eyeshadows, because that one is very highly pigmented. My yellow. See, I used the lake in that, and that helps a lot because those are lakes are highly pigmented. So that's that one. Because if you use the base that's meant for deep eyeshadows, it's a lot less base. This one's not even, I need to wait. I shouldn't be messing with them, but this one I'm gonna have to, it's not even coming up. It's still too wet. There's a little bit of an idea, but this one's still wet. I gotta wait a little bit to do that purple one. But anyways, these are so fun and so pretty. Let's try that blue. Oh my goodness, the blue. Look at that. And if you wet that and use it like as an eyeliner or a wet eyeshadow, that would be amazing. So there we go. There's all our colors. This was really fun. All these colors are really fun. Great for spring, summer. You know, more like fun makeup where you're doing something dramatic. So there they are. And I think this palette I'll continue to do like the fun, more bright, vibrant colors. So look for more. If you guys would like to see me make more of these, let me know. Because, you know, obviously I'm doing it for my viewers. And let me know if there's a specific color you'd like to see. I have a lot of different micas and pigments and things like that. So if there's a specific color you'd like to see me make, to try to see, you know, if there's a specific recipe that you can make or whatever, just let me know. Throw me a comment. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks. Bye-bye.